Hi, this is Attila16 and this is another episode of my campaign with the Romans at Legendary. And now, of course, I'm sieging that place, as you might figure it out. And there's a pretty strong army in there, but I'm fairly confident about the capacity of my troops at the moment. Although my army has been reduced a little by prior battle. The only real danger I'm facing in there is most likely Egyptian phalanx type of infantry. So that can be a little dangerous, but it should not be much of a problem at this point, because I have a lot of good troops with me. Okay, so let's see the enemy army here. Pikemen, these are the dangerous bunch. Although these are like the cheapest, least expensive and least reliable group of pikemen that you can have, nearly. As Egypt, of course. So it should not be too much of a problem. And my legionnaires are sufficiently armored to probably pierce through that. But I never experimented that so much, so we'll see about that. Okay, so telling my velites to switch to fire javelin. And we'll try to reduce the enemy number here. I wonder what takes them so long. So that should pretty quickly reduce the enemy number of pikemen. Okay, there we go. It's one group which is not routed, but nearly. The other group is presenting himself to be reduced as well. As you can see, that did reduce them by 60 soldiers. So javelin are insanely powerful against phalanx, or nearly any units, to be honest. You can seriously reduce the enemy force with those javeliner. It's just a matter of being close, of course. Now, the thing is that when the enemy is defending, it's like they have an invisible camping position here, where they will expose one after the other the different units they have, which is an extremely weird behavior. It's like, I'm presenting myself to you, and throw your javelin on me, which I'll do gladly. At the same time, the enemy is actually shooting me with the slingers. So that might reduce a little my legionnaires here. But I'm not sure I will continue to wait here. It's probably not worth it. So I will order my legionnaire forward. So I'll provide them different targets. Now, of course, as I'm getting my legionnaire closer, they will expose themselves to more enemy fire from slingers or javeliner. So I think I will also send my these are veteran legionaries to attack those skirmisher all the way in the back. While my legionnaire here will likely make short work of those Egyptian infantry, which are a pretty bad unit. It's probably it's like peasant with armor, Egyptian infantry. Which is rather unfortunate, because they actually look fine. It should be a little better, if you ask me. Okay, well, that took care of a good portion of the enemy army. Now let's see how well Legionnaire fight the Phalanx unit. That doesn't seem to be a problem so far. And here, my other Legionnaire are engaging the enemy skirmisher. There seem to be an enormous amount of additional units here. So I suppose that I should take care of that. I will send my cavalry in there. Okay, well, the situation has been stabilized here. Okay, the enemy did not manage to stop me. Okay, just keep pushing in there. No Praetorians. Okay, let's clear those different units here. This is kind of chaotic. It's kind of strange how units just turn on themselves slowly like that. Okay, well, let's keep pushing over there. The objective is that town center there. There's another phalanx unit here, and as well as some cavalry, which might be a little more dangerous against my legionnaire, which are not spearmen. But that should not be a problem. I'm just rushing through with all the might of my different units. What are these? Is that the general unit? Does it seem like it? Let's destroy them. Okay, and here, let's... what are these? Legionnaires. Essentially, I just have legionnaires, so that's pretty much it. Oh, here I'm probably making a small mistake. I will pull back my equity. They are not the best unit to attack phalanx. I can see that my legions are coming through. Phalanx doesn't seem to be able to stop them. Now everybody seems to be panicking. So I guess that's a victory. Yes, it is. Not sure how well that went. I lost 460. And I killed 3,000. So that also gave me the town, which will allow me to resupply my troops in number. So there we go. Memphis is mine. Now I occupy because I just want to destroy those buildings for the most part. Like this. Cancel. Oops. Wrong button. So when you dismantle the buildings, you get money for it. So that's good for your empire. And then it also remove the penalty that advanced building might give you, for example, minus food or minus public order. And on top of that, it gives you money. So you get good stuff from everything. Now there's an enemy army which is right there. I cannot attack them. But I will just send my army back into the town to secure it. I just don't want to lose it yet. Anyway, this army is suffering from attrition. My impression is that I just took their only remaining town, so that means that they have no choice but to attack me very soon. Okay, well here, let's just check what I can do around here. I can perhaps... no, I cannot. Okay, well, just go back into your town then. So I will make my way over here to retake the two settlement I lost.
We hunger for battle.
Here I actually have a general which ranked up. One thing I noticed about this game is that you can rank up your general and they might actually end up being very good. But the main issue I see is that in many cases they just end up dying all the time. So you never manage to preserve them. So having a super high level general is not always useful. Okay, well here the question is, do I siege or do I attack? I think I will just wait one turn. Anyway, if the enemy counterattack me, I might be in good position actually to inflict quite a few losses. So that should be fine for that.
Ready for battle.
And let's see, here. Here.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
I'm building up some fleets.
Ready for orders.
Okay, I think this turn is over. So ending turn. Oh yeah, that's right. With that fleet I'm going to build up a better fleet in order to keep control of the sea and potentially wipe out any armies which might be floating around. Okay, as you can see, this faction no longer have any towns, so they will essentially just charge whatever town they can attack, even though I have a full army in there. Now the good news is that now they actually die and disappear much faster than before, because sometimes they will simply attack and then survive and leave and then attack again, and that was rather repetitive and without any meaning in terms of grand scale strategy. Okay, Venice, that's my enemies. They might be thinking real hard about attacking me. And there we go. So I will do this battle. Let's do it. So the main danger that I see in this enemy army is the fact that they have cavalry, which I should be able to take care of. They have 3 units of swordsmen, which might be the main danger to my legionnaire. Slingers will probably be killed by my cavalry, and I think that should go well. So what I'll do here is I will position my army on the top of this hill. My army, yeah. I will deploy my equity over here, and I think I will simply rush up, and from there I will I will have a more even ground, which will allow me to have a level fight with my enemies. Okay, so rushing up. Now this also allows me to spot some isolated enemy forces, which might be a good idea to dispose of. Now you can also see that they have skirmisher, which are unsupported at the moment. Nope, actually they are. So yeah, that will be a fight for the hill. So let's charge those enemies. I'm not sure my equity will do much damage, because equity are kinda inferior to barbarian cavalry. Okay, here those equities are starting to be a little outnumbered. I'm perhaps pulling them back a little late.
The men are wavering.
Yeah, I am. Oh well. Well, at least they slow down the enemy while my legionnaires are getting into a better position. So now I will rush my legionnaires in to the melee.
field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Okay, I will target those skirmisher there, and with my other units here, I will reinforce my line.
The men are wavering.
These guys are wavering. Wow.
Our general is under attack.
They did not like being flanked, so I will support them with a lot of javelin. Okay. Yeah, they are really surrounding me at the moment. That's pretty bad.
This is a shameful display.
I let myself being surrounded and outmaneuvered, which is a very bad thing to do. My velites are strongly suppressing the enemy spearmen here. Let's see what I can do with this inspire. Who do I need to inspire? That legion. It's probably too late, but oh well. Now, despite really suppressing the enemy with my javeliner, I seem unable to do much about it. And also, the enemy skirmisher are way too numerous. So I don't seem able to... Well, they really reduce the morale of my legionnaires, which is a very bad thing. And the fact that my skirmisher are shooting uphill, that's also very bad. It's like my legionnaire are not killing fast enough. Oh, but I do have some Praetorian in there. It's just that the situation is really bad. A couple of their skirmishers seem to be chasing my own. Well, speed up the fire, people. Okay. Well, now I was kind of surrounded here, but I think with these legionnaires, which seem a little more available now, I will now surround them. Oh, that's a good thing. Although my troops are wavering, which is very bad. Let's boost their morale a little more. Okay. Now you have those legionnaires which are not doing anything. I will engage the skirmisher. Now you can see how the enemy hosts sworn are proving to be quite a pain for my legionnaires. And now they are also shooting with their skirmisher. There's only my Praetorian which are still in the fight nearly. Okay, let's see about that. Okay, I need to improve the morale of one of my troops, although I think the general actually died. I'm not too sure which way my troops are facing right now. Okay, well, I think this is a defeat. So it was kind of interesting to see how the enemy actually flanked around me. That was well done. Okay, well, that was a defeat. My pretty legion were defeated. How sad. Okay, I guess I should probably start playing better. So I did lose 1,800. I'm not sure if... yeah, I did lose quite a few units in there. Look at this. That was like a disaster. Completely. I only killed the enemy general. So they just inflicted me a worthy defeat there. And sure, I did play pretty badly. I will admit that. But yeah, that was a deserved defeat. Finally. And it was nice to see how the AI actually did slowly move around my troops. They did outmaneuver me. And also look at all the stuff I lost. That was a very damaging defeat. Okay, let's see. Now Rome is under siege. I will get rid of those. So while I have a defeat, it's not particularly damaging to my situation right now, because I seem to be having another legion which is ready to relieve my other one. So I will put them into forced march to Genoa. While with this one, I will pull them back all the way here, where I will rebuild my force. Okay, and here I will improve the distance my troop can run around. I seem to be at peace in that region here. Public order is really bad though. Okay, there seem to be some enemies remaining in this area. Oh, that's because of the rebel that took my town.
Ready for orders.
So I will have to do something about that.
None will escape.
So I will send one legion over there.
We hunger for battle.
While here, this enemy army seem to be heading toward my colony here.
It is an honor to
While here I will try to build a fleet, perhaps. I will do this. Okay, I'm fine with that.
At your command. Laying siege to the
Now I will take back this town, which the enemy took from me a few turns away. Okay, there we go.
We hunger for
I think they probably did not change much, I hope. Yeah, okay, they did build a few things which are not from my culture, so I will destroy them. I will replace what must be replaced. Okay, there we go. And I will continue to reconquer what they took from me. Sure, I might just stay into the village for one more turn. Well, I guess now the focus will shift around here, because they did defeat one of my legion. I should not forgive them. Nonetheless, I will also check if I can do anything anywhere else. For example, there's some Averni which are coming that way. I should probably chase them down. I wonder if I can actually... No, I cannot. The thing is that they will likely try to capture that town, which I cannot do anything about for the moment. While here I will develop my agriculture and temples and this, and make a port, and actually I will make an aqueduct. Now let's see about what I can do here. I will make a port for trading. I will make something to spread the influence of Latin culture. I will make... what is that? What do we want? Oh, research rate. I will increase that. That can be useful in the long run. Well, here... Food, I have 80 food. Let's make more gladiator stuff. And see what happens. And what else can I do? Okay. I have that legion, which is just staying there for the moment. I think I will see if I can actually defeat that fleet of infantry, because just sinking them at sea might be a good thing. Yeah, I did destroy a large amount of good troops.
Fleet reporting.
So I will just finish them off again. Because these Averni actually helped previously another faction to take one of my towns, so I don't want that to happen again.
Ready for orders.
And now that they're gone, my position here will be much more secure. And this will also clean the path to potentially attack all the way here, where I seem to have a lot of enemies.
We hunger for battle.
Okay. I think my turn is complete. I have this legion which is not doing anything at the moment. I probably should start invading south and secure all the region of Egypt. But I guess I'll wait a little. I don't want to spread my attention too much all over the place, because that kind of makes the game a little disconnected of what's going on. Okay, so ending turn. Now let's hope that I will manage that other legion which is heading all the way over there better. It was a pretty bad defeat. I did lose a large amount of very good troops. Okay, what is this? That's a pretty big battle. So I will do this. Let's do this. Now there's one army which is on the ground and the other one is at sea, but I have an ally at sea, so that might actually end up into a battle where there's battle on the land as well as on the sea. So I'm curious to see this. What's to be considered is that the sea part of the enemy, they seem very weak. So I don't know why the balance of power is so much into their favor. While here, okay, they will attack that door here. So I will deploy my skirmisher on the walls. Like this. Then I will deploy my Rorari over here.
Command up. Hold position.
Into squares. Okay, like this.
Form square formation. General. Square formation.
Like this. There we go. And then I will deploy my pleb like this.
Your orders.
Okay, that should be fine. And okay, that's good. Let's do this. Now the enemy use Egyptian infantry, which are usually pretty bad, but they do have a sword, and my Rorari are spearmen, so they might actually hurt me. I'm not sure how well they'll do, but we'll see about that. Okay, well, here I have my ally, which I believe is my ally, yeah. I will regroup with him, with my 2 small ships. And I can only hope that my ally will actually take care of the enemy fleet all the way there. Actually, is this the enemy fleet? That doesn't seem to be the same faction. So we're like 4 faction right now. So I guess for the moment there's not much which will happen on the land side of things. So all I can hope now is that my ally faction here is enemy to that faction there, and that they will ram them. While here, my javeliner will reduce as much as possible the enemy number. Egyptian infantry. Wait a second, do they have... they don't have the same shield as usual. Interesting. Okay. I suppose here I should probably deploy my skirmisher elsewhere until the door break. Which can make a difference. So yeah, there seems to be a sea battle over there. I just wish I could open the door myself. That will save us some time. And that's actually something I would have liked to have even back in Rome 1. Just the capacity to open a door. That would be great. Okay, well, let's see. That seemed pretty chaotic. But I think it's clear that my ally has a big advantage. The enemy number is so small.
At your command, support ships.
It just seems a bunch of boats which are colliding into each other.
Gives us strength.
Okay, there we go with a big rush of Egyptian infantry. I guess I will shift the interest of my javeliner to inside. This way they will support my troops down there. Well, here you really have some zerging. I find that kind of ridiculous. I don't know if it's me, but I understand that to rush into a castle or fortress is kind of difficult, so you want to put as much force as possible in it, but the way it's just... they don't even fight through. That's just weird. But yeah, feel free to tell me your opinion about how awesome that's supposed to be. So my allies seem to have completely defeated those enemy ships. So that's the good part. While here, some of the enemies seem to be sneaking through in one of the multiple gaps that they managed to zerg through my line. I guess the situation inside is under control, so I'll shift my focus on the wall again. And I'll try to kill the enemy skirmisher. There's also the enemy general which is coming here. Large shield warrior. Yep. That probably won't last long. So as you can see, the Egyptian infantry did not manage to do much. Other than making some gap by being slaughtered. Now they're attacking me in the back. But yeah, lately I've been playing an Egyptian campaign, and Egyptian infantry is such a useless unit. They are so weak. You can even get defeated by skirmisher in melee. Nearly. I'm making a figure of speech there, but it's nearly that bad. Okay, what are these? Egyptian slinger. Okay. Well, as you can see, maybe Egyptian slinger are better. Now I wonder if my ally will land. But it seems so. For once, having Greek ally is nearly useful. I'm actually surprised how this battle is lasting. These guys should have routed much earlier. Actually, here you can see some of them which are routing toward the town. So. Okay, so I killed 1,300 and I lost 179. That was a garrison. You can see how my Rorari killed so many. Okay, so is a victory? Yep. So I guess that secured the area from that dying faction. Which are now throwing all their armies at me. In vain, sadly. What they should do is make them perhaps join another faction. It's like just become part of another faction. They choose to join the faction which they are the most culturally close to. That will be much more interesting than just having them rush to your town again and again. And then the other culture could ultimately restore them into capturing one of their towns. So, reinstate them. Okay, it's time to attack that town again. Now this time there's no army in it, so that will make it much easier to take. I won't do the battle, since this is just a garrison.
We hunger for battle.
But that doesn't resolve the fact that I did lose quite a few troops here. So I still need to rebuild my army. So about 2 Praetorian this time. A couple of 1st Legion cohort. And Legionnaires. And I'm broke. So it will have to wait. And now chasing down this Averny army over there, which decided not to attack the town. And here, let's hope the enemy army is not in the town. They're running around in forced march. So I will secure this place.
We hunger for battle.
There we go.
Ready for orders.
And while I'm here, I will fast move all the way here.
Ready for battle. Journey completed.
Okay. Now there will likely be a revolt here, but I will have to do something about that, but probably later. Yeah, next turn I will raise an army in that region, probably. Because here I'm already restoring this legion. Well, actually these 2 legion. So I will need to improve my production of troops elsewhere. Okay, while here, let's start moving on this territory here. We'll capture this town and then this town. And I will just continue to capture south of Egypt, because that region is fairly secure once you have it. So it's a good place to expand to, because in most cases the enemy will well, nobody will ever go there. Okay, well, if I actually attack that town, I will lose way too many troops. So I might actually have to do this personally. That will reduce my loss in this case. But I probably will be able to recover quick enough anyway. It's just that when the auto battle gives you a level of loss of 36% of your army will survive, that's kinda too much. Too much loss. So you don't want that. Okay, deploying my force. I probably should replace my levies with velites. Okay, there we go. It will be once again fairly straightforward.
These rebels are snarling rabid dogs and
Interesting how the 10 become heals. And now you have a pretty... well, I will have to fight my way through all this. So, let's do this. So we'll just give him my different legion, different objective. Okay, there we go. And with my better troop, I will actually try to sneak around. And how about here as well? With cavalry, I will try to go all the way there. And with my javeliner, I will support my troops. There we go. I think the thing is that the most dangerous part of this battle, or nearly all the battles, is the fact that the enemy skirmisher are so powerful. So they are the one which inflict the most damage on your troops, as opposed to the melee units. So I think perhaps reducing the accuracy of the enemy troops might be a good idea. In terms of balancing. So I'm just running around with my troops. I still have those two legionnaires which are doing nothing. Well, here I think I'm doing pretty much the same thing as they usually do, zerging through essentially. And I have my veteran legionaries which will rush those few spearmen here. I'm really curious to see how little loss I will have during that battle. Because the auto battle says that I will have only 32 or 36% of my army will have survived. Okay, well, the cavalry is taking care of that. And now most of the enemy army seem to be routing. Let's finish them off. Alright, there we go. Let's see if I can wipe them all out. Well, it's probably not worth it. seem to be taking a while to kill a single guy.
Jupiter gives us strength.
Okay, seem to be okay here. That's not reassuring for the fleeing enemies.
General, obediamus.
Okay. That's a lot of javelin. Or pillar.
Orders, my lord.
Poor guy. Ah, the javelin all went away. Oh well, I think that's fine for this battle. So, yeah, I lost 56. So I don't really see what justified having 36% of my army survive to that battle, in auto battle. But at least that allowed us to see all those pilum into that single guy there.
Is that all?
Okay, good. Now I have that region back. Let's put an edict, which will increase the happiness. So I will secure that region stability-wise. I think that's much more important to have an empire which is happy than having an empire which is generating money in this game. Because especially as you expand, you end up not wanting any rebellion at all. Because having a rebellion means that you will have to send your armies all the way back, or that you won't be able to commit more troops to expanding. So that's something which you need to be
Ready for battle.
careful about. You don't want rebellion. Okay, let's see. I will increase the authority, which will increase the morale. And here, am I enemy with these? Yes, I am. I will simply resupply my armies for now. Here I have a tiny army, which I will redeploy in Alexandria.
To your duties, men.
There we go.
At your command.
And I will end this turn. Trade agreement with them. What are these?
Surely see after a moment's thought.
Who's that? Oh no, I will make a war against these guys, so I don't really want to make an agreement with them. Now let's just destroy this. That will probably wipe out the faction for now, which is a welcome change. Okay, that's another faction which is about to disappear from the planet. It's very fortunate that I have an ally which is helping me out. Perhaps what I should do is to help them to expand in their own region. Oh, that's a siege. That's the army which defeated me earlier. So, and it's also helped by some reinforcements. And both armies actually have artillery stuff. So that will be the next episode. So I'll see you there.